$10,000 in your bank account the next day. But if we're prejudiced on how the information is going to come to us, then we'll block our blessing. We'll be open to receive positive information. Know your season. Know your season. If you get to the point you say, man, I'm tired of this. This ain't working. I'm tired of this. Change your season. Move into something else. Pray about it. Ask God where you're supposed to be next. When the problems come, and you need to overcome those problems, there are some other important steps that I need to share with you. There will come a time when you're moving forward and old beliefs will come back. I ain't smart enough to do this. I ain't got no degree. I ain't got no money. I just don't know. I didn't graduate. Old beliefs that no longer serve you go in the purse. You can get a nice purse like this at your local thrift store for $2.99. But I'm just saying, this bag represents baggage, mental baggage, things that try to stop you in your mind. A great philosopher said, if there's no enemy within, the enemy without can do no harm. Right. Should I say that again? Right. If there is no enemy within, the enemy without can do no harm. Right. So it's no longer about the man that's holding me down. It's what's going on up in here. Because it's not your environment, your history, your education that's going to determine your future, or even your surroundings here. It's not going to determine your future, but it's the state of your mind that will determine your future. You have to build yourself. Build yourself. You should walk out here so strong, so focused, so together, because you're worth the effort. So when those old beliefs come up in here, you know, those thoughts that come, see, I found out if we could ever get control of our thoughts, we could control our actions. Therefore, controlling where we go and what we do. Therefore, creating our destiny. If you can get to the point where you can control your thought, because they say the human mind can only hold one thought at a time. How many of you ever had well, I know you have, but you had these thoughts of doing something you know you weren't supposed to do? I have them all the time. But, you know, I'm not going to share what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you, there are some thoughts that come in my mind that are not healthy thoughts. Yep. And I have to say, stop. And I have to go to something else. Or I have to program myself to say something. For instance, there was a broken relationship a long time ago that I had. And I would go about thinking about this brother all the time. But it was over because my season had changed. I had written my vision and he wasn't a part of it. So when the thought of him came, I just had to say, I love myself. He loved beef jerky. So if I see a beef jerky at the gas station, I think, oh, I love myself. I got to catch my thoughts. And the more I catch my thoughts and guide my thoughts, the more I can guide my actions and get me where I want to go. Is it any different for you? It's no different. We all have a mind and we can have control of thought. We can learn discipline and we can control our actions. But when the old thoughts come that no longer serve you, you got to put them in the bag and get rid of them. That's what this bag is for, old belief. That you got to keep a plastic bag in your pocket and keep your hand in there and you remember I got a bag in here. Every time a negative thought goes, pat your pocket because you now put your old beliefs that no longer serve you in the bag. Now, as you're overcoming some other problems, obstacles, things that come up in your way, challenges, as most people say, we don't want to call them problems, we just say challenges. That's such a nice word. Okay, whatever you call them, there will come a time when there ain't going to be some people around to have your back. And what do I call those people? Dead weight. What do I call those situations? Dead weight. Unhealthy relationships that are not going in the direction that they should. Unhealthy weight. And that's what this here dress represents. I ain't going to show y'all 60 braids to the booties, but I just want to let you know. Old situations and circumstances and people that aren't there for you and don't have your back is dead weight. And you got to get rid of them. Set them aside. Every now and then, about every 6 months, you need to go through your phone book and cross out folks that ain't got your back. Make sure like a solid cold. It might be ice cold or cold-blooded, as the old boys used to call it. That's cold-blooded. But you know what? When you have a purpose and you have a destiny and a plan, and you know what God has put you in this earth at this time for, then other things are secondary. And you have to be careful not to allow secondary things or secondary people to come in and take front seat in your life. Some folks you got to just put on in the balcony. You know what I'm saying? Put on in the basement. White out, black ink, it all works for phone books. Every 6 months you need to evaluate. You need to flush, just like a toilet. Flush your life out. Trees grow bigger once they're pruned. Am I right? Any gardeners in the house? You got to prune some things off your life, some relationships, some people, some old habits. You got to cut them away if you're ever going to grow to the point where you need to be. So remember, that's dead weight. And through this whole transformation, I've been taking off the old me and putting on the new me. Because I cannot change new problems for the old mind. I can't. And last but not least, no, this ain't really last, crutches. Things that we hold on to because we know we can fall back on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to tell mom, you know, things don't work out, I'm going to come back and I just live in the face it. You know, you got somebody, the crutches have to go. Because you need to learn how to stand by yourself and for yourself. And you have to make yourself a priority. So the crutches and the extra things that are in your life that you lean on, whether it's addictions or habits or folks or whatever your vice is, you got to let go of your crutches. Things you carry around with you, they ain't really serving no purpose. People come in your life and they fall in a few short categories. They're adders, they're subtractors, they're multipliers, or they're dividers. If you sat there for the next 3 minutes and did a little mental checklist and run down some folks' name in your mind, you'll be able to quickly determine which category they go in. Adders, subtractors, multipliers, dividers, adders, subtractors, multipliers, dividers. You will be able to do that. Here's the problem. Your spirit will do it for you. But it's when the battle of the mind comes, you're like, yeah, he's really a subtractor. Your spirit says, yeah, he is a subtractor. But your mind says, no, but you know, that one time he hooked me up. You know, I got to quit smoking. Your mind is trying to keep you to put him into a different category or her into a different category. Let your spirit help you. You have one, okay? Put the people in different categories. And the people who are there subtracting and dividing, they have to go. Say go. They got to go. So it's about math. It's real easy. But you have to determine that you're worth the effort. It will be hard. It will be lonely. It's not going to be easy. But anything worth having is not going to be easy. You got to be hungry for it. Les Brown says you got to be hungry for it. I learned how to be hungry for my dream. Because let me just share with you, as Sharon Grace, I have a dream of being an internationally renowned motivational speaker. And I'm just starting out, but I got a vision of myself. You see, I made a little collage at home of a nice big house and a little map, and I put little stick pins everywhere on the map of where I wanted to go and travel. You see what I mean? I had to get a vision. I had to see myself